Here's one of these little plots of forage sorghum and red ripper cowpea. There's cowpea right there, and obviously the corn looking one is sorghum. The goats have come in here 4 or 5 times and chewed some of it down. There's a few plants that have never been chewed down, and there's a few that have been chewed down probably 3 times. And I had the fence right through here. I had them over on this side to get the weeds and the grass in control. You can see where they chewed this off, and it's pretty stunning how well it'll grow back from a really intensive grazing. It grows back fast. This is my first time messing with sorghum. My initial thought, this is like the thickest that I planted it. There's several other spots where it's a lot thinner, and where it's thin, the weed pressure is really high. I don't know if that's a wild carrot or ragweed or something, but it seems to be colonized pretty well by one particular type of weed. There's another place a few doors down the road, a abandoned property that the owner let me plant the front yard, probably a 1/4 acre or so. And wherever it's thin, there's a lot of weed pressure. I mean, duh, you know, if you blanket out the ground with this one species, then any other species is gonna have a hard time competing. But I don't know, this has probably been here 5 weeks or so, maybe. It's pretty fast growing. We've had a lot of rain. It seems to perform well, really well on really hot days. When it's so hot that the squash or cucumber leaves will go limp, this is still standing erect. It's got, you know, good turgor. Turgor is internal water pressure. You know, when a plant does not have enough water to manage the quantity of sunlight that it's getting, it goes limp to collect less solar energy. And I haven't really seen this sorghum do that. It stays rigid. The corn will do the same thing. If corn's getting too much light, it won't do the same thing. Corn will curl. It will turn the leaf. It'll start to roll a joint out of the leaf to have less surface area, collect less sunlight in order to maintain its water supply. If you water it, it'll, you know, if you really give it a good watering, when it's curled and pointy, it will uncurl and look normal again, you know, draped out to collect, you know, the leaves will broaden. Instead of wrapping up like this, the leaves will flatten out, and then they'll bend and broaden. So when you see corn, it's all spiky, that's drought stress. I'm waiting to see if this plant does it or not, but we haven't had any risk of drought this season.